The lot of the albums here are a time when I was growing up, and we heard our parents call the names. We heard some of the songs. Basically grew up with a lot of the songs, and a lot of this made Nigeria good. If you understand, I mean, it's what that's worth fighting for. So his depiction of our current struggle today gives depth and meaning to why that struggle is important and why we need to talk, be vocal about these things. And if enough voices speak up, we hope we can get back to a time that these albums depict.
For Kogbe, this exhibition is a celebration of good music and vibrant pictures.
Never assume a rip or tear can't be removed. 95% of the time, a painting can be repaired. Clean dust off canvas surfaces with a feather duster only.
Bolaji Ogunwo presents a feast of paintings for art enthusiasts in his exhibition titled Visual Cocktail. A large crowd turned out to check out his recipes, which he put on acrylic on canvas, in over 20 paintings with titles such as The Flight, Smile, Pensive, The Chase, and many other works of art.
The body of works that I've done in recent times, with which I'm trying to address the present state of the nation and to pass messages across. The work behind there is titled The Chase. And a scholar said, what you are not willing to pursue, you cannot possess. Now, I have discovered that people travel to America. I'm trying to juxtapose America and Nigeria. The people will say America has been there for years. But one good thing I've learned from the past leaders of America is that they were conscious of posterity, not prosperity.
This artist is intrigued by people, events, and different scenes, and his paintings prove this.
People will say there are several problems or challenges that Nigeria is facing, but I have come to realize that it's just 3 challenges. Number 1 is corruption. Number 2 is corruption. And the third one is corruption. And this is what I am trying to address and to proffer solution.
He uses impasto technique and his palette knife skillfully to interpret the theme of survival, love, passion, and more.
I see Nigeria, an eagle, taking swimming lessons in the water of corruption. I discovered that back then things were not the way they are now. And I begin to ask questions that where do we go from here? I discovered years back, as far back as 1974, that $1 is even lesser than a naira. But today, $1 is about 170 naira in about 40 years. And you discover that the pressure is so much, the extrajudicial killing, kidnapping, corruption has become endemic. Then, as an artist, we cannot fold our hands and to watch things go worse than this. And as an artist as well, I deem it exigent to lend my voice through some of these works here.
And every piece has a tale to it, and words of wisdom from great minds such as Henry Longfellow, Ralph Emerson, George Washington, and many others.
If you look at the titles of the works on display, one is titled Change. In this painting called Change, I've depicted the typical Oshodi that some people will say is a commonplace theme or is an overflogged subject. But I'm taking it from another angle. And for every work, there's a quote from some of the greatest minds that I've read about people like Albert Einstein, Thomas Edison, William Shakespeare, Dr. Miles Monroe, and so on and so forth. Some of the things, the postulations that they have made in the past, I think they will come in handy to help us find a solution to the endemic problem in this nation.
You can see that there's a lot of passion in what he does. So these are just beyond paintings. They are messages that are conveyed to the Nigerian society.
Over the years, we've come to realize that it just doesn't have talent alone, it also has character, and it's inspired a number of young students who have come through him in the painting unit of the Department of Creative Arts. Bolaji Ogunwo is a very committed artist, even though he's very young. He paints all of the time, and just a few days ago we met with some of the young students of the department who said they were inspired to study painting because the lecturers there are practitioners, and that's so important for us in the art schools that you as an artist, is also involved in practice so that your students can get inspired by what you do.
He brings these issues to life with this performance.
Demas Nwoko is a respected Nigerian artist, architect and master set designer born in 1935. Demas Nwoko is one artist-architect who believes in celebrating the African tradition in his works, and his studies in Zaria and Paris prepared him well for his plan of combining African art with modern ideas of European art. Nwoko's works fuse modern techniques in architecture and stage design with African tradition, with works like the Dominican Institute, Ibadan, and the Akenzua Cultural Center, Benin. In addition to his architecture, Nwoko has many other accomplishments in the arts. He co-published New Culture, a leading arts magazine pointing the way towards new movement in African art. He led the way toward a modern mode of expression in African art, theater, painting, and architecture. In addition, he is a fine actor and dancer, having performed in numerous plays in Ibadan. Nwoko belongs to that generation of artists, along with Chinua Achebe and Wole Soyinka, who fought for Nigerian independence artistically as well as politically. The success of Amos Tutuola's Palm Wine Drinker owes a little bit of credit to the efforts of Nwoko. His inventive creations helped organize the choreography and direction of the play and brought life to the themes of Tutuola in every act of the play. His body of stage design and direction, which started at Ibadan, includes Wole Soyinka's A Dance of the Forest, Brett's The Caucasian Chalk Circle, and Mbari Theatre production of John Pepper Clark's The Masquerade.
You can enjoy Art House on any of these platforms.
And that's how we draw the curtain on this week's edition of the show. Many thanks for watching. But don't forget, the conversation continues online. You know all our platforms, and we always love to hear from you. I'm Melinda Akinlami. Have a lovely day.